Sure, war is cool and all that, especially if it's in a video game or a movie, because the problem about the real thing is, there's no spawn points, and no one really wants to do the damn thing. They'd rather you do it for them, or maybe your kids. So, if no one really likes war, why is it that everyone wants to sleepwalk right up to its precipice? Today, of course, we're going to talk about Iran, the United States, Israel, all that. Why do we hate each other so much? Why is everyone at each other's throats? We don't even share a border. I am Neo-Barbarian. Let's go.
Bear witness to the fall of civilization, Neo-Barbarian!
If you want to understand conflict as a modern civilized person, you will have to relearn everything you know about the collective society and human motivations. It is comforting to have some vague group of people to blame for all the terrible things in the world. But the unfortunate truth is, no matter how many new kings are made, those kings keep repeating the same patterns of all-powerful people throughout time. It's time to take some ownership of the human condition. For many years now, in Iran, they chant, "Death to America, death to Israel," every Friday, doubly on special occasions. Now think about that. In the Western world, there is not a single thing that excites us that much, except for maybe football. And you know what we think about Iran? Well, I don't actually think about Iran.
I feel bad for you.
I don't think about you at all.
The political system in Iran is very complicated, but basically the regime there, known as the ayatollah, spooky, has married itself to this concept of hatred of the United States and of Israel. Many people are convinced that Iran is dead set on having a nuclear weapon specifically in order to bomb the United States or to bomb Israel. Other people will say, no, that's not the case at all. Many people have good arguments. Many people have many reasons to believe what they believe. But at the crux of all of these arguments is, what do people believe the intentions of the Iranians are? What do people believe the intentions of the United States are? And what do people believe the intentions of Israel are? The problem is, we cannot know these things, really. But what we can see is what are the basic winds of power, what propels the political machinery of these various nations and the particular regimes in power there. Political force is something that needs to be accumulated, gathered, nurtured, and maintained. So what are the modulars that make up the building blocks of political strength? I'd like to introduce a concept I am calling the attention demon. Death to America, death to Israel. This is a concept or a collection of concepts and beliefs that can be utilized as political power. And for the ayatollah, who has little natural support in the nation of Iran and around the world, this nodule of support is absolutely essential to their survival. If there is no great Satan, if there is no little Satan, then why do you need an ayatollah? Why do you need a theocracy that will rule with an iron fist if there is no devils to fight? Many people argue, what are the intentions of the Iranians? Are they trying to lure the United States into a ground war where they can lure them into a trap and stab them in the heart? Are their intentions to make nuclear weapons and flatten Israel and turn it into a landfill? No one knows the intentions of the individual people, but we can guess at what the winds of power will motivate them to do and not do. These winds of power are the things that push nations into conflict and war, and they can't seem to stop it. Once conflict is engaged, one party cannot lose face to the other party lest they lose political leverage, both away and at home. And to concede anything in a conflict is a sign of weakness. Therefore, nations continue to escalate, even though it is not in either nation's interest to do so. An attention demon can be literally anything. It can be build the wall. It could be in wokeness. It could be restore democracy. It could be eat the rich. It could be any of those things. But these ideas become tools in the political sphere. They no longer represent the intent of people who support them. The people who support those ideas become pawns. And all the wind they blow out of their face just becomes the winds of power. The winds of power that press against the sails of the political leadership. And the head of a snake would rather the whole snake burn than the head get chopped off. Think of it this way. An attention demon is to a political group like a base resource is to the evolution of a creature. A creature evolves to take the best advantage of the resources available as possible. And in the process, that creature becomes utterly dependent upon that resource. The same goes for any political group. Various groups come to power by competing with other groups. These political entities solicit attention demons to create power coalitions to outcompete other political groups. In the end, the coalition that wins becomes adherent to the ideas and sentiments of the political structure fed upon in order to grow the political entity and allow it to survive. Death to America is an attention demon that the Iranian government cannot let go without undercutting its right to rule. The reason for its very existence. It needs a great mission. It needs a great Satan to fight in order to lead the Islamic world. How can it do this if there is no great Satan? So you can see how once a conflict between two sides begins to unfold, decisions start to make themselves, depending on the evolutionary trajectory of the political participants. This is the beginning of how nations sleepwalk into war. In World War I, for example, everyone was convinced the world had gone flippin' mad. Same goes for World War II. They dropped so many bombs on Germany, they literally melted the streets, and people fell into the asphalt like it was quicksand, like it was lava. Human beings literally created hell on Earth multiple times over in our histories. During the Cold War, the entire world was nearly annihilated multiple times, for no good reason in retrospect. But the players involved could not help themselves. Decisions simply made themselves. Let me know what you think of this word, attention demons. I thought of it while I was drunk. Maybe there is a better term for it. Please like and subscribe. Follow for more.